Hello everyone and welcome back to the junkyard. I have got a big smile on my face because it is Warhammer time again on the channel. And to those of you who are new, don't worry, so am I. I've only been collecting Warhammer for about a month. Orruk war clans to be specific, and I've had a great time so far. I have met some incredible people. I also feel like my painting has improved just a little and I've had fun, and there is nothing more important than that. I have got a brand new box of Gutrippaz here. What a name, that is savage. I thought we could open up this box, build the figures and then paint them. I would love it if you guys would join me. I always want these videos to feel like you're hanging out with a mate, as if you were in the room with me, so let's do this. Oh, smells so good. That was a bit weird. Probably will have to cut that out. Here we go. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, this is so exciting. So guys, there are 10 miniatures inside this box. As usual, I will probably paint just the one in the video, but I am going to cut out and prepare maybe 4 or 5, because in a few days time, I excitingly have my first ever Warhammer live stream. I'm going to put these down. It's going to be a video in a similar format to this, but it is going to be live, and hopefully if some people turn up, I'll be able to chat to you guys while I paint. Like I said before, I'm hoping it would just feel like we're in the same room, mates hanging out, painting, listening to music and having a good time. It's quite exciting actually, because by the end of this video I would have actually done the live stream, so hopefully in about 10 minutes time in this video I'll be talking to you guys about how much I enjoyed doing the live stream and how fun it was. I only say that because I'm really going to take my time with these minis and this video. So today I'm going to be cutting them out, then spraying them. Maybe in a couple of days time I'll start painting them, so it's going to be like that. But for you, it will be the same video. Again, that's how videos work. I don't know why I'm explaining that to you. One thing to bear in mind just before you start cutting these out is just how delicate they are. So if I were you, I would grab the smallest, sharpest, delicate object you can find just to cut around the edges. Ideally some clippers would do nicely, so that's exactly what I'm going to do now. I've just gone to look for a head to to put on this figure, and I have found one with the funniest facial expression. I'll insert a picture now. Yeah. Okay, I have got my first figure all ready to go, except there is one issue. This is the first box I've ever had which requires glue to put the figures together. Now, I don't have any glue.
What?
So I'll see you tomorrow when I've got some glue and I can put these figures together. Okay guys, it is the next day and I have got myself some glue. That's a good start, isn't it? So I've got Army Painter plastic glue. I got this from my local game shop, except one thing I wanted to ask you and I didn't get the chance to ask them. It was next to super glue. So is there any sense in buying plastic glue, or should you just go for super glue, which I assume is going to be stronger than this anyway? Like, what is the actual benefits of getting this plastic glue? Second of all, I'm not actually sure how much of this I'm meant to apply. I haven't glued a figure together since I was a kid. Obviously, the last starter box we did, we just clipped them together. So this is going to be my first time in, I don't know, 15, 20 years where I'm actually going to be gluing a figure together. Okay, I am all ready for action. The sun's come out, so I feel like that's a good omen. I'm gonna go with this figure first. Don't know if you can see it, just because it's a lot simple. It's a lot simple. It's a lot simpler than this one here. Now, I don't actually know if I'm meant to prime these figures before I glue them together. I don't know if that's a really silly question. Hopefully it isn't. But for now, I'm just going to glue these guys together and then we'll get to spraying them afterwards. Just ignore I did that. So I was really careful not to put too much on there because the last thing I want is glue spilling out of all the edges. As always, guys, the usual apology for not having a better production on this series yet. I promise we will get there. YouTube's not letting me claim my money from my channel yet. So when that happens, I promise you we will be putting all of the money I make back into the channel to improve production. I've accidentally put a little bit too much glue on that part and it started to like squeeze out of the joints. I don't know if you get what I mean, but yeah, I'm not happy with that. So I need to learn a better way of just being more controlled with the glue. Okay, I have glued the first figure together. Yes! Why is that so satisfying? That felt so much better than when I just clipped it. I think it's because you have to work slightly harder, so that reward is just like, yes. But yeah, I am super duper happy with that. You can still see a slight gap in between some of the joints, but I'm not looking for perfection right now. That's all good. Right, time to get started on this second figure, and it is a lot more intimidating than the first one. I would honestly really appreciate any gluing tips. From being a kid, I can remember being absolutely terrible at it. Okay, so the next step is to prime these guys up ready for painting. I am so excited. Thank you for experiencing this with me, guys. Honestly, it's bringing me so much joy and I hope that's coming across in the video so far. Okay, guys, for the love of all things holy, please do not do what I'm doing here. Take this outside if you can. Get these figures outside in a well-ventilated area where you're not exposed to the horrible fumes that will be coming off of this spray. So terms and conditions apply. Get yourself out into a well-ventilated area and do not do what I'm doing here. Okay guys, I have got these all primed and ready for painting. I am so excited. I think when I see them all sprayed black like this, it's like, it's go time. It's time to have some serious fun. As for the prime itself, I feel like I've got a good balance. You know, it's evenly distributed throughout the whole figure. But yeah, I'm really excited for this now. So I will see you in a few days when I continue painting these figures. Right now, it's getting too dark. I've had a long day at work and I haven't eaten dinner. So I think it's time to call it quits. And like I said, I'll see you in a few days or a few seconds for you. Going on, everyone. Hello, welcome to the stream. I am nervous as hell because I have not done a Warhammer stream before. And I've never done a stream where it's just on me. How is everyone? Who have we got in here? We have got Gonga. Gonga was number one. And we've got Benjamin. Benjamin's playing Space Marines 2. He's going to be back in a minute. We've got Austin. Austin, welcome to the stream. Luca, welcome to the stream. Da-da-da-da. Did set up myself. Gonna paint a bit with your stream in the background. That's what I want. Man, these are so cool. Look at them. I love the square bases as well. The detail is insane. Guys, check this out. Look at the bases. I think we've pretty much broken our record, guys. Thank you so much. Considering it is just a guy dressed like an absolute pillock with a little crappy laptop built-in webcam painting his Warhammer. Like, thank you. Thank you so much to everyone who came along to the live stream. It was a record breaker in every single way possible, and I had an amazing time talking to you all. There is just one slight problem. I really, really underestimated how unproductive I would be during the live stream. I was having too much fun talking to you all, and then when it did come to painting, I think I felt the pressure just a little bit because I was doing things 10 times slower than I normally would. So for the rest of the video, I am going to be finishing off this mini and hopefully using some techniques that I learned from you guys on the live or on the Discord. I really want to try 1 or 2 new things on this mini just so he stands out from the previous 2 that we painted, even if it's just a subtle difference. One technique that I'm really keen on doing, and it's pretty basic but I've not done it before, and that's mix paint. There are so many potential different shades of brown that I could put on this mini. The sword handle, for example, or the stitching on the back of his rags. Making them a different brown from the clothing will really add some depth to him, so that's what I'm looking to do today. And I would like to potentially paint on some facial features. I'm talking lips, eyes, maybe teeth, but doubtful. So if I could do that and play around with different shades of brown on his clothing and mess about with his face a bit, that should really help him stand out just a little bit from the other 2 figures that we have painted so far. So that's the goal. Let's do it. Music of choice today is a band called Jaws. I've seen them live a few times and I just love the sound and feel of their music. Also, how unique is that? So first things first, I do actually need to finish this figure off. And it's going to be really nice actually being able to see what I was doing, because during the live I couldn't see much at all. Like I just said, there are so many little spots that I seem to have just missed when I was doing the live stream. How funny. I think I was just so occupied by talking to you guys that I just wasn't on my usual painting game. Also, trying to remember all the little tips that you guys gave me. So, points of contact, keeping a steady hand, and holding the brush like a pencil. So guys, I am just applying a slightly different shade of brown onto some of these details. The stitching and belt in particular. I will try and get you a good view of it in a second, but I like how it's coming out so far. It's nice to have different shades of brown. It just gives it a bit more depth and just a bit more realism. Like, all the rags on his clothing would not be the exact shade of brown. There would be differences. One day I would love to get into highlighting and maybe some dry brushing, but I'm not quite there yet. Thank you to Rico on Discord who's been giving me advice on that, but there's no way I would have been able to get good enough in time for this video, so we will try that out in a other video. But so far, I'm liking how this is looking. Just applying some red to the shield, and that reminds me there is definitely some opportunities on this Orruk to add some blood. I think it's only right we add some to his axe, to the blade of his sword, maybe even on this shoulder pad. I don't know if you can see that, but it is lethal. He has definitely gone up to people and given it one of these and jabbed them with it. So yeah, more details like that, adding some blood would be perfect. What, this old thing? Caught you looking? Yes, me and Eve, as a lot of you know, completed the Surrey Half Marathon. Boy, what a day it was. So right now, just sitting, relaxing and painting is the absolute dream, because I can speak for me and Eve both. It hurts to move. It really hurts to move. Getting back to the figure now, and to those of you who are eagle-eyed, you can probably tell that he is nearly finished. There are just a few accents, silver accents, that I want to do on this shield, just to bring out some of the details. And then also, I've still got his chest plate to paint there as well, which should be really good fun. Then, It's just a few finishing touches and we'll be done, and I will give you a really good look at this mini, and you can see what I've done to try and make him stand out from the rest. So bear with me, and I'll see you in a minute. I can't speak anymore, guys. It's all gone tits up for me. I need another coffee. My body's falling apart, but I've got a medal, so who cares? Guys, who was it? I can't remember who told me to do it, but I just got some silver on this shield where I didn't want it. So I got a clean brush with a little bit of water on and I dabbed it away. It's gone. That is an awesome little trick. Saves me keep dipping into the old paint back and forth, touching things up. So thank you, whoever told me that one. Right, guys, we have got one finished mini for now. Well, actually, it's not finished at all. I don't even know why I said that. We've still got the earth shade to put on and, of course, do the base. However, I am going to insert some photos of what I've done so far, just in case I absolutely botch the earth shade and get rid of any detail that I've managed to create on this mini. Hopefully I've managed to get a photo or some footage that does this Orruk justice. I know there's some of you out there who will paint things, take photos of them all proud, and then you'll look at the pictures and be like, what? What happened? Why does it look like that in the photo but amazing in real life? That happens to me. However, mine obviously aren't amazing, they're very amateur, but the photos make them look even bloody worse, which I don't need. So let's get into some of the details that I have added. Of course, my Orruk is battle worn. He's been through hell and back. So yeah, he might have a bit of blood on his axe now. He might have a bit of blood on his shoulder blade. Why not? For the shield, I've tried to do the usual thing of adding a bit of silver to add depth, you know, all over the teeth, the eyes, the nose ring, which I was quite proud of. Then you've got the different shades of brown. So I think I botched this up just a little bit, but I mixed red and brown together to try and get a more vibrant, brighter brown that I could use for the stitching and the sword handle. Hopefully you guys can see the results next to me now. The face, however, we can't really say that came out okay. I'm pretty sure earlier I was giving it large, saying, yeah, I might paint the lips, maybe even the teeth. Don't know who the hell I thought I was. I really don't. That did not go to plan at all. So I ended up using a black just to go around the lips, but it looked ridiculous. It looked so silly because I didn't have a steady enough hand to go around the outline, so it just looked rubbish. So I ended up just painting the mouth a darker blackish brownish sort of colour. And then what I did was I thought, well, my Orruk's been out, he's been hunting, he's been killing. Let's just put some blood in there. So that's why his face looks like that. For some reason as well, you can probably see I gave him a red eye. I just thought it would look cool, but maybe next figure, let's maybe just give him a white eye, shall we? But yeah, I am going to finish off the figure now. I'm going to do the base, I'm going to put the earth shade over him, and then I'm going to take some cool pictures of it, hopefully, and then we can have a look at the finished product and compare him to our last mini. Right guys, I think I'm still well lit enough. It's starting to get really dark outside. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It's been wicked. Well, for me, it's been like a week making this video, but for you, 15-20 minutes maybe. But thank you for spending time with me today. I'm just in the middle of doing the base, and so I don't ruin my brushes with the mud paint, I am using this. I don't know what you call it. It's like a little wooden stick. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me what it's called. I can't think now, my brain is fried. But I'm using that to spread the mud around. Otherwise, can you imagine what this stuff would do to my brushes? It would destroy it. I think some of you gave me that tip in the last video, so thank you guys for that. Right guys, I am done. I love how I've just had my medal on for the last part of this video. What a loser. Why do you watch me? In all fairness, I actually forgot I had this on. That was me trying to wink at the camera. I knew I had it on. I'm so proud of this thing. I'm also really proud of this mini. Oh, I love it. In all fairness, it's got quite dark now. Can't really see too much of what I'm doing. But from what I can see in Half Light, Half Dark, I'm really happy with how it's come out. I really did take my time and put love and care into this mini, and although it's just like a plain and simple gut ripper, it's just one troop out of 10 in that box. I wanted to give it that love and time and attention because I just really enjoy the process. I love it. I think it's so fun. And when it comes to me doing my first big boss, God, can you imagine what I'm going to be like? It's going to take me 5 months to complete it. In all seriousness, I know I'm going to get to a stage one day where I'm just smashing figure out and figure out and figure out. But right now, for me, the way I'm enjoying this hobby is just sitting down, being in my own world, escaping reality for a bit, and just focusing one miniature at a time and just appreciating the art behind it, even if I'm not great at that art yet. Like I said, I'm quite proud of how it turned out. I had so much fun, and I think if you put all 3 minis that I've done so far in these videos next to each other in a line, you should hopefully see slight improvement as we go along. Hopefully I can insert some nice photography of this mini so you guys can see what I've done today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I have had the best time and I really hope that's come across and you guys have enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment of what you'd like to see me do next. Like the video if you've got the time. Subscribe if you're new, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video or live stream. Bye guys.